My name is Jeff O'Brien. I'm the City of Saskatoon Archivist, so I manage the City Archives in Saskatoon. Mostly what the City Archives does is supports the activities of the City of Saskatoon itself. When city staffers want to know something, they call us and we say we go find the records that might have the answers. Most of our records are civic records, mostly city clerk's office. So by capturing the records of city clerks, we tend to capture the activities of the city, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. We also have records of different civic departments, the city commissioner's office, which is the administrative head, a lot of city engineers records, but also we have private records like non-city records, and those are some of our most interesting records. We have the Don Cosick phone. Don Cosick, a local activist, been involved in pretty much every cause you can possibly imagine for the last 40 years in Saskatoon. Bob Fink, perennial city council candidate and voice of the people in Saskatoon. We have some mayor's papers, some family papers, different organizations, small groups. We have the records of the St. Paul's and City Hospital nursing alumni from back in the day when nursing schools were in the hospitals. Fire insurance maps of Saskatoon, which are very large, large-scale hand-drawn block-by-block maps of the city, and what they were compiled for was to allow companies to set fire insurance rates. So they tell you all sorts of things about the city at that time, what things were in what places, what they were doing there, what buildings were made out of, right? All the things you might want to know. We have the family papers from the Hunter Foster family, and they're just farmers, right? They're people who homesteaded just north of Saskatoon in the 1880s, and we have about 3 generations of this family's records, and they're just people. Right? But there are people whose lived experience is exactly the same as the lived experience of hundreds of thousands of other people that came to Saskatchewan and put down roots here in this place. Things like the Henderson directories are always very nice because the Henderson directories are like a phone book, but you can look up people's names by the address of the house they lived in. So if you're doing household research, that's a good place to start. Some of the most interesting papers are letters written by the public to the city for whatever reason, because that's the big thing, right? Is this connection between the city government and the people who live here, and that's reflected in complaints, in other kinds of interactions between civic departments and the population, and between city council and the people that live here. What I always say about archives is they are the history speaking with its own voice. In archives, time stops, and so that an angry letter written in 1933, 1923 is still angry 100 years later. And so what this does is it lets us touch the past in very personal, very immediate kinds of ways, right? Without any filters between them, without any screens or interpretive elements happening. It's not like reading a textbook. Archives are the past. The City of Saskatoon Archives is a public institution. We are open to the public. You can call us, you can walk in our door, you can email us. What we do is support other people in finding answers to the questions that they have. And so if you want to know where something used to be, or how something used to look, or how we used to live, this is a good place to start.